Now what we find is that both with science and with religion, we sort of tweak our view through time, and our view evolves. So very much is not so much sweeping away a theory for another, or sweeping away one religion for another. It can happen, but much of it is simply evolving. The religion itself changes through long periods of time. Theories change through, as the years pass, they adjust things and understand certain things more clearly and can present them more clearly. We are more familiar with using a theory and realizing the scope of it and its limitations. And we sort of tweak it at the edges with what we might call marginal theory that helps to explain some of the exceptions that we're not really explaining very well at all. But religions seem to take much longer to they seem to be even less malleable to change and adjustment and reconception. They last thousands of years. But even then, I don't think one would say the basic truth does. I mean, if you look at what might present as the Christian religion, it's changed in the 2,000 years it's been extant. If you look at Hinduism, it's changed too. In fact, you would call it something else if you go back early enough. And perhaps we've done likewise with the Christianity. We think we've had an age of enlightenment. Not sure as it was very enlightening, really, but I think we can do better. I think we have already. Thank God. But you see, everything's in flux. Everything affects everything else. Everything's in change. The Buddhists got it right. Everything is a consequence of causes and conditions. And everything passes. And there is uncertainty with everything, although, of course, religion doesn't want to embrace that. And Buddhism doesn't. The fiction is the Dharma is fixed. Unchanging. Well, it might be, but the people's view of it keeps changing. And, from what I've seen of some nations, many Buddhists are what I would definitely call worshipping the Buddha, which was hardly the earlier conception of things. But perhaps we're to believe it was. Because, of course, we keep rewriting the historicity. It's the way man seems to function. Because of his uncertainty, of course. And because of where he wants to go. In other words, it's not so much enlightenment that leads us, but desire. What we want to be the case. And we adjust our theories and views and research and application, time and effort accordingly. And we see this in the world where the funding of science and medicine is according to how the funders want it to develop. And it's the same with theologies and religions. They are steered by what we want to be the case. And we try to uncomfortably dovetail it in with what seems to have been wanted previously. So, as is the shrine, so is the worshipper. We can tell a person from what he worships. We can tell it. It tells us what he is, who he is, what he values. Thank you, Heavenly Dad.